Hey yo, what it do? We back with another video, man. It's your boy Wise. Today we got our review after about 80 hours on Steam and about 30 hours on Xbox PC Game Pass. Our in-depth review of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the game. First of all, baby boy is helping me with this interview today, but shout outs to Gun Media and Sumo Digital for providing me with a copy of the game. I did buy a copy anyway because I just wanted to be supportive because I love the game. But thank you to Gun and Sumo for providing me a copy of the game. Now, with that being said, let's get into the review. So, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a 3v4 asymmetrical horror game. It's been out for about 2 weeks now. Came out 2 Fridays ago on the 18th. And first thing I like to say is they nailed it as far as atmosphere and fun factor. This game, I was always hyped for this game, but the game exceeded what I was expecting. And I'm saying that genuinely, not because, I get any perks or anything like that. I'm just a small streamer, small YouTuber, so I'm not getting any perks. I'm not getting any free access or any stuff like that. But my personal opinion, just pardon the pauses, but I just wanted to gather my thoughts right. My personal opinion is it's a really good game. It's a really good game. Now, bugs and cheesy things withstanding, it's a really good game. The base game, the feel of the game, the vibe of the game, the look of the game, it's 100% Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974. So they get an A+ for that, hands down. Nobody can disagree with me on that. If you want to, feel free in the comment section, but I got to give them a 10 for that. As you know, or most of you know because you've probably played the game, there are 5 family members, there are 5 victims, objectives being victims to escape property and family members to stop them by whatever means necessary. And a lot of people thought that the 3v4 thing wouldn't really work, or the team versus team concept would not work. I also have to admit for point number 2 that they pretty much nailed that also. And I'm pretty sure that probably surprised a lot of people, but they actually nailed the 3v4 and the feel of the game and it not feeling too over or underwhelming for either side. Now, it did take people a couple of days to, learn the game, which I anticipated. First couple of days is a little rough, especially on the victim side, with them learning the game and what they needed to do. Now, after a week or two has passed by, victims are, they've caught up with the killer side, and now the game's pretty even Stevens. So I can enjoy that. This is definitely a thinking man's game. So if you're into brain dead gameplay, this ain't for you. Especially on the family side. If you're not into having to think a little bit and strategize, then this probably isn't your game, because this does require a bit of strategy, a bit of planning, and a bit of adjusting on the fly, just in case plans do not go according. So if you're not into that type of thing, I'll be the first one to tell you, this game's probably not for you. But if you just want to have some fun with friends, go out there in Texas and run for your life or try to stop some victims, then hey, you'll love this game. And that's just my personal honest opinion. I've been gaming a really long time. I am a family main, so I main the family most of the time. I play both sides of the game because I enjoy it, but I mainly play family. And for me, family is a blast. Yeah, it's a little harder on family side because you're the side that's playing defense. You're on the defensive at the start of the match rather than the offensive. I know you would think from the atmosphere of the game, you would believe that, hey, the match starts, we're on the offensive, we're hunting survivors. In reality, though, the pacing of the game it's a little fast at the very start, and then it slows down mid-game, and then it kind of picks back up towards the end. So you have to be a little patient, and you have to be willing to work as a team. They have a perk system, skill trees, all of the usual fixings, of a multiplayer game as such. We have our survivors here. Connie, we got Connie, Anna, Leland, Julie, and of course Sunny. Then we got our killers, our guy, Leatherface, Cook, Hitchhiker, Johnny, Sissy. All have different abilities, all are good, all have, pros and cons to using. So when it comes to character selection, that's kind of just up to you and your preferences. Everybody has stats, as you can see. The killers have savagery, blood harvesting, endurance. Victims have toughness, endurance, strength, proficiency, stealth. All these things do different things. Strength is kind of how strong they can be. Toughness is how much damage they can take. Endurance is basically stamina. Proficiency is how good they are at doing objectives like lock picking, etc. Stealth is how quiet they can be while doing so. So it's nothing too crazy, nothing outrageous. You got you have your loadouts. You can have 5 loadouts per character. Every time you reset a loadout, it clears your perks. It gives you all your ability points back, so you can rearrange them how you see fit. You can have 5 slots for that. Like I said, you got ability perks. They got a couple of pages. They got them separated by catalog. And you got your executions. And then you got, like I said, your regular abilities, which you use your ability points to get. Now, how do you get ability points, you might think? Well, you get ability points from your skill tree. Your skill tree includes your main ability, which for Leatherface, of course, is a chainsaw, which would be his main. And then this is how the skill tree for your ability looks. You start at the bottom, you select a path. As you select paths, other paths lock up. And you can move about it how you need to and get it where you want to. All of these do different things, different passive things to your ability. You can respec these for free. It doesn't cost you anything, so you can respec it as many times as you want. If you want to go into a skill tree, you would pop it up like this here. Skill trees, as you can see, I haven't even scratched the real surface of Leatherface's skill tree. But as you can see, skill trees can be quite in depth. These little you get your level up, then they give you a certain amount of skill points, and you use these skill points in the skill tree to lock ability points. Now these ability points are what you use to level up your individual character's abilities, such as his savagery, endurance, etc. And then you have your perks, which are lined along the tree, as you see. And you even have, I don't know if I have a slot open to be able to show it or not. Let me look. But like I said, as you see, you go up the tree in a certain way, and you can go left or right, and it cancels out the other side. So it makes it so you kind of can't be too overpowered, which I actually really like. But then you have mystery perks, which is like this right here, where it says random perk. You spend 3 skill points, you get a random perk. And that could be anything. It could be one of the best perks in the game. It could be one of the worst perks in the game. You're kind of just rolling the dice with that. So, again, you can respec for free. So this really isn't a big deal, because you can just keep re-rolling until you get what you want. Now, how long that takes, who knows? That could be on you. But yeah, that's how skill trees work, like I said. And every time you pick a direction, basically you come to these little corridors as such, and you can pick go left or right. When you go left or right, it cancels out the other side. So that would explain to you why the middle and the right side of the tree I haven't really seen yet, because, well, I haven't went up that side yet. Anyway. And like I said, respecing is free. You have your cosmetics section. Right now, currently, Leatherface is the only killer with different skins, but Guns already promised that we'll have more cosmetics and things of that nature. So just give it time. The game's only been out 2 weeks. We haven't even gotten our first patch yet, so it's no big deal. Now that we've discussed gameplay, we've discussed characters, survivors. Survivors have their perks and abilities also. It's the same thing for survivors, just for a real quick look. Same thing. You got your main ability, you got your loadout perks, you got your ability skills, you got your layouts, you got your skill tree, etc., etc. It's pretty much the same for every character. And you keep up with your progression. You keep up with the progression of each character. The game also keeps not win or loss stats, but just overall stats of the game. How many matches you've played, how much time you've played, how much XP you've earned, etc., etc. So that's also included in the game, just for those who like to know those things. Now, we can discuss gameplay wise. Like I said, it's a really fun game, really fun experience. Survivors basically have an objective to escape. They have 4 means of escape, being generator, battery, pressure valve, or fuse box. If they get any of these things operational, it will lead to an exit opening and them possibly getting away. Your job is to stop them as the killers. Killers have abilities to try to stop these things. The game, like I said, is fun. The game does have its bugs. It's, small issues. So it's, like I said, it's not perfect, but for what it is, it's a fun game. Maybe small things need to be changed. There's a stun thing that goes on with the killers that they should change. The door mechanics probably need to be changed and tweaked. The party invite system, albeit cool with the codes, I really would prefer if they just put like a friends list up there. It would probably make it easier for a lot of players. But like I said, given time, I'm sure they might implement some of these things. Like I said, I haven't really dealt with a lot of crashes and things like that. Now, I play the game on Steam, but like I said, I do have both versions of the game. I have the PC Game Pass version. I also have Steam. I also have the Steam version, so I've played this on PC quite a bit. I haven't gotten the stuttering frames issues or the frame drops that I saw some people saying in their review, but I also changed my settings before I started playing the game. So my advice to anyone who may suffer that issue, kind of adjust your settings. Probably want to put it on 1080p and adjust your settings to medium. Turn your VSync off, and that probably will get you where you need to be honest with you. And like I said, now, and I'm running a pretty decent machine. My PC isn't like the most high end, but it's pretty decent. I can get 4K Ultra HD resolution. So, but I only need 1080p for this. It's not that serious. In-game bugs may happen from time to time from survivors DCing as you're executing them. It may kick everybody out the lobby, quite frankly. So I do feel like there needs to be a harsher penalty for DCing. Maybe a 2 or 3 minute timer or 5 minute timer, just to kind of insinuate people to not DC so much. Because I can understand DCing after you've died and you've been sitting and watching the match for a while. That's understandable. But then you have people who literally die and will DC in the middle of the animation, which is kind of ridiculous. So that's ridiculous by itself. I'm trying to think of anything else. Like I said, I can't really think of it. It's not nothing really that's game breaking. Like I said, the stun thing's kind of annoying. There's ways around it. 95% of the things in the game have a counter to it. Now, does it have cheese? Hey, what video game doesn't? There's cheese on the victim side. There's cheese on the family side. But I do feel, and I feel this is the best part of the game, and probably why I'm enjoying it this much, for the flaws that it has. It's an extremely accurate depiction of Texas Chainsaw, and it's an enjoyable experience. And that's, like I said, for all the flaws that it has. And I feel like once that stuff's cleaned up, the game will just continue to grow and prosper. It's been doing quite well on Twitch. It's actually been up there and competing and beating Dead by Daylight in viewership for 2 weeks now. So I'm impressed by that. That's why I went ahead and I would have done a review sooner, but I wanted to make sure I had enough real time in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to really make sure I hit that 80-hour mark before I did in the review, because I feel like, it's a multiplayer game. You kind of got to play it for a while to really get a grasp of everything. So, like I said, albeit there are a few bugs and things withstanding, I overall feel like it's a great game. It's definitely a fun game. I would highly recommend it. Like I said, it's free on Game Pass. It's $40 otherwise. It'll probably be on sale sooner than later, just because it's a multiplayer game, and they usually are. So, hey man, it's not a wasted $40. It's not a wasted if you're on Game Pass to try and you haven't tried it. It's a blast of a game to play. It's even more fun with friends. I will say one thing. Comms are the best perk in the game. Everybody says, oh, with this perk and that perk. Comms, communications, are the best perk in the game. So when you and your teammates are talking, that's more stronger than any perk you'll get out the game. Believe me, trust me on this one. I played the tech test, I played the full release version, and that has just never not been true. So with that being said, Texas Chainsaw Massacre the game, man. A beautiful, I feel like, masterpiece and a great step forward in the horror ASM genre. Shout outs to Gun Media and Sumo Digital for giving us a banger. Hopefully y'all keep supporting the game. We all keep supporting the game. We can get more content. Like Wes said himself, hey, Hollywood answers the phone if they see money. So hey, if we keep supporting, then who knows? Maybe we can get some TCM2, some TCM3, some Next Generation, some remake. Who knows? So let's keep trying to support the game, guys. Stay positive. Don't be on the devs back too hard. Hey, they got families, they gotta eat too. They're working. They did provide us with a really good experience. I mean, it could have been a buggy, glitchy mess, and it's not. So give them some time. We'll see y'all on the next patch. I do upload gameplays pretty much daily over on YouTube. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. I read everything. And catch me streaming daily on Twitch. Link will be in the description below. But if you need to know, it's www.twitchtv-WiseWorldUniverse. We in the building. Yo, catch me over there on the daily, man. Big Damage Gang. Eva Empire, we up. You already know I'm the Emperor Palpatine of this. You know what I'm talking about? But y'all be smooth, man. Don't hurt nobody. I really hope you guys are enjoying the game. And hopefully I'll see you out there in Texas. You guys don't hurt nobody. We'll catch you on the next one. In the meantime, between time, you already know. Wise Man out 100.